Well, after 7 years of working at Target, bitch, I just got fired. So if y'all want to know any kind of tea about Target, let me know. I will spill all the tea on their petty asses because they just let me go because some of my TikToks that I posted, and I'm about to spill all the tea. Anybody want to know anything about Target, y'all let me know because I will be posting. So stay tuned for that, y'all.
As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further context.
What you doing?
I'm not doing anything.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Please, but God, no.
Eat this pussy, you hoe ass.
This post went viral and my employment contract was terminated. Let me explain. I shared my experience online. I was just being honest. I didn't think much of it at the time, but it actually exploded. Australian radio, newspapers, online articles, and even the local TV stations spoke about it. And just like that, my employment contract was terminated. I never imagined that a TikTok could lead to this, but it did. All I did was share my opinion online. I never expected it to explode the way it did. I definitely went through a lot of different emotions, one of them definitely being angry, but also scared because I'm now unemployed. And my question is, what next? I still have to pay the bills. Yes, I have a husband and we work together, but I definitely want to do something, and I have to do something with my time moving forward. So if you have any suggestions or ideas, please comment below on what I could potentially do moving forward. If you know anyone or you know of any opportunities, please share this post as well, because obviously have to start a new chapter now.
2 nurses posted on TikTok. One lost their job. One reportedly lost their license. This isn't about limiting your voice. It's about understanding that once a post goes viral, you no longer control the narrative. You can be off-duty and still lose your license. If you identify as a nurse online, you represent the profession, whether you intend to or not. Employers care about reputation. Boards care about public trust. Burnout is real. Frustration is real. But posting emotionally in the moment can have consequences you didn't anticipate.
We're going to have to terminate your position.
Was it a specific video that I made that?
Well, I mean, we saw
violated?
that some of them have been going viral, so it's, clearly getting to a lot of people. But posting it all is really against our company policy.
Hey everybody, if you've seen that video that I posted about how posting my normal, everyday, funny TikTok videos got me fired. I just want to first thank you all for the support, and believe me, it means a lot. It's been a couple of weeks now since I posted that video, and I think it's time you all know that just like a lot of people have been speculating this for a while. I've seen people put in the comments, and you're right. I got a new job. I just want to let everybody know that I did not stop. First of all, I didn't sign and I didn't stop. I kept going, and I got a new job because I have to still support my daughter. So again, I want to thank everybody for your support, and if you guessed it or seen some of my newest videos, yeah, I'm back working again. So thanks again, and keep following me. I'll keep posting good content. Thanks.
Story time about how I just got fired from my job this week for making a TikTok. So last week I worked on New Year's Day, and that was the last time I worked. New Year's Eve day. And that night I got a call and I was asked to explain Christmas Day, which I made a TikTok with 2 other girls that I worked with. And So, I mean, I admitted that, you know, it was my idea. I picked the TikTok. And then they were, you know, asking me, did everyone know you were going to post it? And of course, I mean, you don't really make a TikTok not to post it, right? So, anyways, they said, we'll figure it out by Friday. We'll call you and let you know. And I was like, okay. If you're going to be fired or if you're not going to be fired. And I'm like, okay, cool. So they asked me to take everything down. I took anything down that was in the operating room. I did like some day in the lives and, you know, never showing any indication of where I worked or anything like that. But, you know, like they said, it could be traced back. So I text one of them Friday, one of my managers, and they're like, well, you can come talk to us on Monday. And I'm like, okay. So I go in on Monday and, you know, after all weekend of like stressing, you know, and I'm pretty sure their mind was already made up on what they were going to do, but they, you know, handed me my papers. They terminated me. Went and got my stuff out of my locker. I mean, you know, nothing happened to the other two girls, which I'm glad, because I didn't want either one of them to be, you know, fired. I'll just, you know, I can be fine. You know, I'm fine. But moral of the story is, don't post TikToks at work. And the TikTok that I posted was like a viral OR TikTok that I looked at. It was like deductible December. Looked it up. And it was like the same song, the same words over and over again, you know. So, but it's like our parents always used to tell us, just because somebody else does it doesn't mean you need to do it. So I've learned my lesson, and hopefully somebody else will hire me as a surgical tech. I have 5 years of experience in ortho and neuro. Help a sister out.
Story time of how I lost my corporate job from posting TikToks. So I started posting in January. Guys, I just want to preface this by saying I'm not trying to be an influencer. I was just posting because it was funny and I kind of enjoyed doing it. This isn't my job. This was never my job. Like, I've got other streams of income. I was never relying on social media to pay me. So let me put that out there. So I was making these TikToks for fun, and everyone knows in the corporate world, guys, there's people who you work with that necessarily don't like you for sometimes no reason at all. And I encountered a few of them while I was working. So I was really cautious about not posting anyone on my videos. Like, it would be my screen, it'd be me in lunch making a cup of tea, that was it. Me at the computer. Long story short, I slipped up. On one of my videos, I was like, oh, look, this is what my screens look like. And I had 2 screens in front of me and my Mac in front of me. So, yeah, I breached quite a few terms on that. Also, guys, I work for a tech company. Secondly, I already had a few strikes in my name. I'd done a few things that I wasn't supposed to do. I'd been away. I'd taken time off when I wasn't supposed to. I got caught out. Loads of shit like that. Yeah, so long story short, they put me on gardening leave. I still had about 6 months left of my contract. I've been at this company for, I want to say 3.5 years, and I was going to move anyway. Before they even put me on gardening leave, I was looking at jobs elsewhere. So also, a lot of people have realised on here that I run a clothing brand with a friend of mine. I'm Jabel, that's my name, and he's James. Essentially, if you want to ever support me, buy something for my brand, guys. I'm always a big believer of having multiple streams of income. So I've had my corporate job, my tech job. I've had this clothing brand that money comes in here and there. We obviously invest that all back in. And what I also do in China, I go there once a year, is I do fashion consultancy for big brands, because my degree was in fashion design, menswear. And I just pivoted all around, and I'm a serial job jumper, guys. That's the only way. Job loyalty in these days doesn't exist. Like, keep jumping about and getting a better pay rise. That's how you keep bumping your salary up. So yeah, take note of that. So everyone wanted a story time. Back onto the corporate witches, yeah? Some people, this is what it is. When I first started a corporate job, I didn't know how to navigate these situations, because I'm very upfront. I really say what's on my mind. I've got severe ADHD, guys. So, guys, I got diagnosed when I was 7 years old. I've got severe ADHD. I say what's on my mind all the time, and it usually gets me in trouble. And that's just how it is. Another thing I want to say on this, guys, is a lot of people are trying to make money off social media. That's never been my goal. I like having a real job. That kind of, I'm not saying being an influencer is not a real job, but I like having a job where I go Monday and Friday and I can switch off and just do that. All right, this takes me on to my next point. I'm going to stop posting content. It's been fun for a bit. Me losing my job because of it made me realize that this doesn't work, having a corporate job on the side. I've still got like a month left for my gardening leave. While I'm applying for jobs, of course, I'll still post because it's just fun. But I think people take this app a lot too more seriously than it needs to be. And looking back on it, when I first started this, I look at the videos, I realized how stiff I was in front of the camera because I was I think it's because I was always ultimately scared that work would find it, and they did. So yeah, that's it. Let me know if you want to know anything else about me. I'm an open book. Everyone who knows me knows I'm a fucking oversharer, so yeah.
Let me tell you about the time I got fired from Allied Universal for posting videos on TikTok. So the last place I worked for Allied was in Charlotte at a Wells Fargo call center building. And I already had a lot of troubles with my manager and everything. Like, he was just doing the absolute most. And me and that manager kind of got cool. He saw like, hey, let me not fuck with her. And I go to whole shift. I'm making my videos like normal. I'm chilling. It's such a chill site. It's probably like 7:30. They called me to the office. They said, hey, Aisha, the manager want to speak to you. Mind y'all, I keep getting write-ups about my socks, write-ups. So I go to the office. It's the manager that I was fussing with, but then we got cool. And then the new manager that nobody likes. He's just he's one of them lame black dudes that got some power all of a sudden. Like, he was probably lame in school and lame all his life. And now he got some power and he trying to take advantage of it. That's what he reminded me of. And so I go in the office. He handed me a piece of paper. I said, what is this? He said, oh, nothing really. It's just the old write-up. I wanted you to sign it so you can acknowledge the fact that you've seen it and you da-da-da-da-da. Y'all, why once I signed the paper, he looked at it, made sure it was my right signature. He said, yeah, you're terminated. I said, what? So me signing that paper was my termination? Are you serious? I said, for what? He said, oh, we've been getting calls that you've been posting on TikTok and posting on social media wearing the Allied uniform. I said, sir, I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. He said, yeah, well, that's not illegal. He said, that's against company policy and you gotta go. Y'all, every time a company fired me for no reason, I get so pissed. I got so mad. I started cussing that man out. And this is why I'm ineligible for rehire with Allied Universal. I cussed that man out. I said, I don't even want to talk about what I said. It was very unprofessional, and I've already forgiven myself for that, and I won't do it again. I'm learning to be professional. I cussed him out. I said, are you fucking kidding me? I do so much for this job. You just got here 3 days ago and you're going to fire their best employee? Are you stupid? I left out. He was trying to escort me off the premises. Absolutely not. You didn't tell me I was getting fired. I left my bag, my keys, my phone, not my phone, my bag, my keys, and my water bottle all the way across the building at the post I was at. I'm going to go get that and then I'll leave. Why they following me around like I'm about to do so much destruction or something? I've been working for y'all. Y'all know me. Why would you? That's crazy because TikTok, like, and then the Allied videos was like some of my most viral videos. So they probably did see me posting and stuff. So y'all, I called HR. I said, yeah, they trying to get me in trouble saying that I'm posting on the site. Y'all, I thought I was slick. I tried to hurry up and delete everything off my page. I tried to post it to my eyes only and get it all off my page before I called HR. Y'all, HR already had everything in their file. She said, April so-and-so 2020 da-da-da-da-da, you posted this pretending like you was asleep. On March so-and-so 20 da-da-da-da-da, you posted this dancing in the break room. On April da-da-da-da-da, you posted this dancing on the table. I said, then I tried to snitch on everybody else. I said, but I be seeing so many other people in Allied uniforms posting and they don't never get in trouble. She was like, yeah, I understand that, but we were getting da-da-da-da-da-da. Maybe they haven't got caught yet, but they will be dealt with. Da-da-da. I'm sorry, y'all, I snitched because I'm not about to be the only one that's getting fired for that. So that was probably like a year ago. I tried to apply a couple months ago and I had an interview and all. Tell me why the same lady that put me on my old job went ahead and called me. She was like, yeah, Miss Greer, I see that you can never work for Allied again. I wanted to go ahead and call you and let you know before you make a trip up here. Da-da-da-da-da. You can't work for us no more. I said, what? I gave all my years to this place and I just can't work for y'all no more just like that? That's insane. So y'all, watch out what y'all posted on TikTok with these jobs, these security jobs. They do not play. They don't play. Even though they are jokes, security jobs are a joke. I mean, I miss security. It was so easy. I could sleep. I was a mobile security. I was a outpost security. I was all type of securities that you can think of. Watching the cameras all night security. Just any type of security. Like, I love security, but security jobs are a joke. It's nothing serious. We don't got no authority. It's just, I don't know, y'all. Just be careful if you work for Allied Universal. Just be careful what you post. Be careful who you tell about your social media to. Just be careful because they be on that.
Yo, what's happening, man? it's a very, very vulnerable moment for me because today I lost my job for going live on TikTok. My live was just to show a day in the life as a manager. I went live while I was doing payroll. I went another live when I was doing scheduling. It's in a corner. And one of my staff members, I guess, screenshotted or something and went to my regional and was like, Mark's going live at work. She said, asked me about the live, asked me what I'm doing. She came in today and was like, were you going live at work? I was like, oh yeah. I was like, yeah, I go live when I'm sitting at my desk. I just pretty much prop the phone up in the corner. You can't really hear any sound. It's just more or less me working on music while Pandora plays if I'm at my desk. So why would you do that? I said, well, I do music and stuff on my TikTok, and one of my friends encouraged that I just show day in life and just kind of do things like that. I said, but I didn't think I violated any policies. She said, yeah. She's like, yeah, you can't be on your phone at work, on social media, you can't be live. I said, okay, well, I apologize, I won't do that no more. I was just more or less just trying to show my supporters what it was and just kind of give them an idea of what I was doing and just kind of being just being transparent in my life, just like I'm trying to do right now. And she was like, Mark, well, unfortunately, you just told me that you're going live on the clock to get paid through another entity, and unfortunately, that's a violation of our policy. We don't feel like you've been in it. It looks like you're focused somewhere else. Mind you, I just redid our policy today. I just did all of our SOPs for our new training process. Just rebuilt the binder. Just did a month's worth of schedules. I mean, I just did everything I need to do. All my stuff is caught up, by the way. I'm not behind on anything in regards to my work and anything I got going on. I was like, well, I just was doing, during my productive hours. I didn't think this would, contribute negatively towards what we got going on. She was like, unfortunately, it's out of my hands. I said, have you seen my lives? She's like, no. I said, well, can I show you what the live is? I said, I can't give you an idea to maybe lighten the load in regards to what happened. So she was like, yeah, so she wanted to look at it. She was like, oh. Well, that's besides the point. Mark, regardless if you didn't put the information in there or anything, you can Google your name and know where you work. You can Google you and find out where you are. This is why we encourage people to be private on social media, because people can see what you're doing, what you got going on, and because of what you're doing and where you're doing it at, it can negatively impact the business. In my mind, I'm thinking like, I don't know where the negativity can happen behind promoting being productive at work. So I'm like, okay, well, no problem. I was like, where do we go from here? I said, I can stay off. She was like, unfortunately, we gonna let you go. No warning, no write-ups. Just let me go. Man, it broke my heart because I really was trying my best to focus on culture, work on bringing people together, trying to find that balance. I had never worked in animal health before, so my learning curve was a little wider than usual, so I don't want to give no excuses or act like I was perfect, but I really was trying. I was doing my best. I actually went to work today at 6 a.m. just to make sure I'm prepared for our meeting today. I went in early just to take care of whatever we need to be taken care of, just to kind of say I was having a good day. I was having a good day. I was having one. And, it really, like I said, broke my heart, man. And then when I got home, my heart was broken even more. I talked to my brother about it. And he was like, man, it's because you're supposed to be doing this social media stuff. You're supposed to be putting out this music. You're supposed to be singing. You're supposed to be doing it for, you're supposed to be doing it for a living. You're not supposed to be going to work. You're not supposed to be clocking in nowhere. And I go out and look at my backyard, and I see like a whole family of deer. I was like, man, it's deer in my backyard. He said, that's a sign. It's a sign of life after. I'm like, man, I'm not trying to hear that, man. I'm trying to figure this thing out called life. If you know anything about me, I just flipped my car a month ago. Just flipped off the highway randomly. So my car situation kind of messed up, Got this big house, just me now, income stopping for a little bit. And then, I sat down on my couch and I was really emotional. And I was like, bro said to be on this live and post more. So I was sitting on the couch and I was like, man, God had put a song on my heart that really had me in tears. So I'm really not crying because of the job. I wasn't emotional because of the job. I was emotional because of the song God put on my heart. And the song, it was like this old song we used to sing back in the day. But it go like this. It makes no difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see it through. So hold your head up. Put a smile on your face. 'Cause this is another test. It won't last always. So get ready for your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. And I'm just asking God for a miracle, man, because I've been going through it. And I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing no more, man. So, hey, man, if y'all going through something, understand the troubles ain't gonna last always. Get ready for your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. Doors gonna open up for you. I'm speaking that to myself, because, man, I ain't even told my family yet. They probably gonna find out from TikTok. So.
Hey guys, so as you are aware, I made a video about how working at Target is absolutely awful and management there are complete bitches. So I literally just got fired. So I went in and, you know, clocked in. I got my device, my walkie and everything ready to start the day. And then one of, you know, the closing team leads or whatever, he goes up to me and goes, "Can I snag you for a second?" So me, I'm like, okay, it's about the video. I'm fired, you know, I don't give a shit. I really don't care to work here because the people here, actually no, the people here are awesome. Actually, like, one of them is not, but majority, everybody's awesome. The management are the ones that are absolutely awful. It's like a clique there where, like, it's corrupt. Basically, they're all friends, and, you know, whatever they do doesn't matter because they're not gonna lose their job. So I get called in and I sit down, and then he's like, "It's been made aware that there was a video that you made on TikTok about Target or whatever." And I'm like, "Yeah, like, what about it?" He's like, "That's fine, but until..." So in my video, I said that my team lead, he's gay, and then I proceed to say that's fine, but at the end of the day, because, like, he's for the girls, and, you know, I said that's fine. Never was rude or anything about it. But I said at the end of the day, he's still a man talking to a woman this way. That was my point. And then also proceed to say that he was talking shit about me to one of my coworkers who has an autistic daughter, which these are all facts. I'm saying I've been so nice to that daughter, and, like, there's people that are mean as shit to her and talk shit and everything. The point was that I've always been a friend to her, and it was really shitty that the mom of her was talking shit about me to my team lead whenever, you know, I've been nothing but great to them. That's the two main points that apparently they had an issue with that I mentioned in my video. It is public knowledge that she has autism, and it is public knowledge that this man is gay. There's nothing wrong with any of those. I literally have a cousin who's autistic, and I have plenty of gay friends. But they want to flip this around because, you know, it's corrupt as fuck. They need a reason or whatever. So apparently it's harassment and discrimination. I never once ever was hateful towards them. It was literally public knowledge, and I was explaining how I've been friends. I think it might have cut off. I just got a call, but fucking ridiculous. At this point, they're reaching, because never once was I discriminatory. It is public knowledge, and again, I said there's nothing wrong with this. Like, what? We're not allowed to literally talk facts about something? Like, I'm just giving information. Never once said there was anything wrong with it. I said he's a man talking to a woman like this. Like, if you are gay, completely fine, said that. I literally do not care at all. Like, it's none of my business. The point is, if you're for the girl, it doesn't mean you can talk to girls like that. At the end of the day, you're still a man. So, I mean, normally I feel like I should be sad, but I actually really don't care. Like, I'm actually kind of relieved because I fucking hate Target. Their policies are bullshit. Their management is bullshit. It's very corrupt. Like, look at the reviews. Coeur d'Alene Target. Like, it is a bad place, and it is disgusting and messy in there. It is so dusty. Like, I have dust allergies, and I'm sneezing all the time. Like, it is awful to work there. People are nasty to you. Like, my point is, do not ever work at Coeur d'Alene Target. Your Target might be different. You know, I'd feel it out and kind of see. Maybe ask the employees what they think. But other than that, Coeur d'Alene Target is not where it's at. So anyways, he proceeds to say that it's discriminatory and harassment. Okay. But yeah, I never named them. So they're reaching at this point. I never once said their name. Not illegal. And, you know, if you don't know who I'm talking about because there's no proof, how are you going to fire me over, you know, allegations? Never once did they discuss, you know, what you know, my team lead did, how he accused me, how he talked to me, like, they targeted me, and that's how it's always been. They target the hard workers, and they expect more out of you. Like, I was doing, like, 200, like, 130 to 200 polls, like, by myself for a while until I actually, you know, the video came out and actually said something. But at this point, they're reaching, and I think it's complete bullshit. Anyways, I'm finally free of Target, you know. It sucks that I did get ready for the day, but, you know, now I can actually, I'll go to the aquarium now. Like, I will go have a fun day because now I'm free of Target, and then I'm just gonna go get a job somewhere else that does not expect this much shit for $16 an hour, and on top of that, having so much drama with employees. Not a good or safe place to work if you're like me, and stand up for yourself. If you guys want to be walked all over, work at Target, but if not, and if you're like me where you can't handle that shit, like, do not work at Target. Anyways, he basically just said that I was terminated or whatever, and he's like, do you need me to walk you out the door or whatever? I was like, no, like, I'm good. Like, that's, so I just turned in my stuff. It said I could not clock out yet because I just clocked in or whatever, so they're gonna fix that or whatever, but I walked my ass right out the door, and I'm never looking back. Do better, Target, because this is bullshit.
This topic is quite sensitive and it's affecting a lot of people because of posting on TikTok while they're at work. One, read the policies of your company so you know what you're violating and what you're not violating. Secondly, you need to understand that once your video goes viral, you can no longer control the narrative. So actions have consequences. So be careful. The next time you go online or you go live while you're at work, it might cost you that job. And don't forget how times are hard. You need that job to survive. You need that job to pay your bills. I'd love to hear your opinions and your thoughts on the comments. Make sure to write them. I'll read all of them. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.